We're just resting the iPad so I can hopefully do some washing up at the same time. There we go. Lovely. I've one real rule at the moment with my life, you know, where I have to be a bit anal about, you know, applying willpower, and that is after I eat at night, because my mental health is that bad at the moment. I tend to just pass out. I don't have any life force energy in me, and two of the things that I demand for me to have sanity in this fucking insane life is, one, any leftover food after I eat just to be put in the fridge, and two, that I make sure I do the washing up, because believe it or not, a messy sink has led to my downfall on a few occasions in terms of my mental health, and I'm very on top of this, above pretty much everything else in my life. But this washing up has been sitting there for too long, and I can't understand why it's 2 o'clock the next day and I haven't washed it up, and or I haven't fucking ripped the house apart because it hasn't been done. I don't understand this. So this is me stating obvious clearly to the world, I've lost my fucking mind. There's no way on fucking earth I will sit here until 2 o'clock on the next day with a fucking washing up pile of sink. You know what I meant to say. And this is what's killing me at the moment with my mental health, because I know why. On stating it, I look back and I know why. But there's a real fucking gene manipulation going on with my fucking life at the moment, where it's like there's no point in being alive in the first place, because it's like everything is just like genetically modified. My emotions, my memory, everything. And it's like, what would you want me to do? Just function and breathe and be another fucking... I'm swearing a lot, as you can tell, because I'm in real state and distress today. And well, that's the time that you're ever going to swear, really. It's when you're fucking like I feel today. And yeah, I'm calling it, man. Whatever fucking higher power there is in this fucking world, universe, multiverse, angels, God, benevolent fucking aliens, otherworldly planetary fucking beings. Now, you can hear how my mental health is trying to make the tone of my voice funny, but I am fucking serious and I am fucking livid. You can find humour in how it sounds, because my mental health wants to fucking... I don't know what its intentions are, but it's not funny either way. I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm just a waste of space to humanity. That's all I'm digesting on a daily basis, is my fucking waste, my waste of spaceness to the whole of humanity. How I wish I wasn't here. How my life really looks like I'd be best off not here. And I've got my life taking the piss out of me at every level, where it's like, what do you want in life? What there's just no logic to the amount of insanity this life is allowed to experience, when apparently spiritual law exists somewhere in this universe. It's just like incomprehensible to me that this life, what I'm experiencing, can be justified on some spiritual fucking level. Spiritual level. I've gone beyond this world. When you deal with politics and you're dealing with this reality, It stopped a long time ago. I mean, it's a joke in the first instance. I'm getting medicated because I'm a natural. I'm a natural human being. But because it's slightly aggressive to the ear, and because I look slightly aggressive, you know, the police can act their powers of enforcement and detain me under a nuisance to what's it called? Antisocial behaviour or disturbing the peace. There we go. I'm always shouting, I'm disturbing the fucking peace. There's no way to deny it. And all I need is for them to one day not feel the compassion they ordinarily display to me on that day because they have an off day, or because I don't have the energy to be quite as articulate in that moment, or I've got a bit of drool running down the side of my face and they want to take me away, test me for rabies or something. I'm not much of a fucking wild disgrace to this planet. That they actually do what they're allowed to do, and that is to detain me. Because they're allowed to do that, and I'm aware they're allowed to do that. And when they do that, they're going to section me at the same time. And when they section me, they'll take me to hospital. What I'm trying to get at is, that's my life in the first instance, because I'm no danger to myself and no danger to anybody else. But I'm wild in my nature. And even though I've learnt to function within the confines of the environment, I'm still aware that this last stumbling block of my noise making is a possible course of medication. I'll be forced medication. That is the current reality of the political system. That's what I'm trying to get at. And that I had to leave that a long time ago, because who am I going to complain to in this world on that level? I've got to go higher. I've been complaining to fucking aliens now for God knows how long. And all I get is fucking bullshit returns. Like, nothing of the energy I'm putting forward does it come back my way. Whatever influence I'm having on an extraterrestrial level, it's just not worth it. I don't even know. I don't even pay attention, because I'm only communicating to them on one fucking level. This world is a disgrace. My life is a fucking disgrace. You have the power to sort it out. Sort it the fuck out. Very, very clear. And my mental health wants to make it humorous again. Do you want to hear the humour in what my mental health is fucking manipulating and fucking my vocal cords to hear? Or do you want to hear the truth? And there is no humour in any of this fucking message. In absolute honesty, there shouldn't be any humour in any of these videos. The subject matter and tone are that serious. But I appreciate I resort to it sometimes. Soften the blow to your ears of this fucking sickness. But either way, the aliens in the sky operate by a spiritual law. And they're just sitting there fucking watching us, voyeurs in the sky. Ability to heal, power to take away suffering. And we must learn a lesson, I guess. I don't know. We must do it ourselves, I guess. That's the great spiritual lesson. Do it yourself, isn't it? Otherwise, why wouldn't they come and help us if they're benevolent aliens? Can't be that benevolent, can they? So I'm taking this to spiritual law. Galactic Council, what is it? Legion of fucking White. I can't deal with the sound of my voice. It's so fucking whiny and wants to be fucking funny. I want to punch myself. Fucking hell, I can't believe people operate like that in this world. I'm really depressed today. I'm sorry, I can't deal with my physical body. And I tried to express my point of view to the GP just now, that I'm a mental health patient, please help me. I'm unable to meet the necessary guidelines you're asking me to meet you upon due to my fucking mental health. You're the NHS, you're the National Health Service, can you help? If you can't, you can't. And I said that to her bluntly. And she hung up the phone on me and then she, quite abruptly, but she was polite all the way through. And that's my fucking life. If in the first instance, I don't manage to piss them off, not because I intend to piss anybody off, but because the distress in my immediate moment, like near enough all the time, doesn't quite allow me to, that would otherwise be ideal. So I've learnt to develop Tourette's. I've learnt to develop Tourette's. I basically speak over pain. Whatever level of distress you want to put me in, I can speak over it and have a conversation with you and be aware of that and just dance around my fucking pain. That's all Tourette's is, at least to myself. And I wrote this title earlier because I knew I'd go off on one. I just want to find the battery charger so I can have you over the other side. Sorry, I'm such a mess today, I can't believe it. And that was to affirm my life. Affirm my life to I'm really lost. I'm sorry to put myself across on camera like this. There's been, it's just like I'm waking up and I'm totally confused and disorientated. This doesn't really give me any reason as to why this is happening. I mean, I reflect on my life all the time, and with my physical health and mental health, I'm always trying to think of reasons why I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. Right now, in terms of the disorientation, I'd have to go into conspiracies and bring in aliens and all of that stuff. There was a slight bit of humour there. I should slap myself, shouldn't I? But in truth, that's what I'm experiencing right now. It's really bad. It's almost like I describe it like what some of the courses of antipsychotic medication would be like. So I've had a course of this new antipsychotic, and overnight, maybe the aliens are trying it out. But it really does feel like that. It's like everything's rosy, the sun's shining, and everything's bright. And it's like life is there, life is there, life is there. And that's the constant message, in the background. And there I am, I'm like, okay, right, what am I doing? Okay, first of all, I'm resting over these past few days. This is like my mental thinking as soon as I get up. I'm resting. That's the modus operandi. I rest because that's what I've said to myself I'm going to be doing over this time. Okay, let's rest. Take it easy. Okay, I can't sit down over there. I'm in pain. And I went around like that, not knowing it, but basically with that narrative, up until about half an hour ago when I lost it. I decided I'll make a live stream to get me back on track. But in essence, that's what it is. It's like I've got an antipsychotic medication I've taken I wasn't aware of. It's telling me life is there to be lived. And I'm like, yeah, great. There's nothing wrong with that. It makes sense, you know. Embrace life. You want this energy. Well, I mean, you'd want it until you train yourself to accept a certain level of a softer life, a more healing energy on a daily basis. That's what I'd prefer. But at the same time, this isn't that bad. I'm not complaining about this energy. But when you realise that's just not possible, and you've sort of told yourself that time after time over the past few days that you just need to chill and rest, you don't need to be waking up with those ideas and thoughts and pressure on your eyeballs. And I'm able to function. But today has just been a joke. Last night was a joke. I was screaming all night. I don't know what's going on, man. My body feels like, for no reason, or all of a sudden, it can just. Do you know what I constantly have to do with my life? It's like I know what the truth is from me to myself. It's like I know what's going on with my physical body from the perspective of myself, like course of events to final disturbance. So I know what correlates in terms of could be a possible causing factor and what isn't. And what I have to constantly do, even though I'm here and in the present moment, and I know well, I haven't tuned in, but for instance, my physical health at the moment, 99% of the time, I can't think for shit. I say 99%, it might be 90, it might be 80, I don't know, but a high percentage of the time, my problem is my physical body, and I can tune into my physical body and tell you this is the problem, that's the problem, that is the problem. And occasionally that might have a mental health related cause, and the only way I can really think of that at the moment is like prolonged stress over a long period of time. Other than that, how can your mind just instigate a sudden pain in your leg? It doesn't really make sense like that. Not if it happens frequently, you're able to follow it and track it. I'm sure on some sort of psychosomatic level, could be induced, but for it to happen frequently, I don't know. But this is what I have to constantly do, you know. I'm like, in the present moment, I'm like, this is because of all of this problem that's been happening for the past 18 months. And I've been following. So first my arms were hurting, then my left leg, and then my left hip, and then my neck, and it has a sequence, that's what I'm trying to say. And as it's progressed, and it's got worse. More and more parts of my body come into the problem, being a problem. And hey man, if observing life and keeping track of life is a mental health disorder, then yeah, sure, it's my mental health that's doing this. But otherwise, I have a health problem, and I'm constantly here thinking to myself, with this health problem that I know I have, it could be viewed by the mental health system as just normal mental health related spasms. And I'm constantly afraid, and I'm constantly having to double check myself, even though I know I'm telling the truth. To say, right, even though you know you're telling the truth, if it looks like to be linked to mental health, you know the mental health system isn't going to give you an ounce of energy to explore it the way you say. So in the media, if it looks like mental health, or it can be labelled as mental health in any way, it's mental health. And I'm here looking at my physical body, and I'm thinking, yeah, but this isn't mental health now. But I have to label it as mental health and just accept it on that level, because I know the system. I know the system isn't geared to helping people with mental health problems deal with their problems on a physical level. Because most people aren't really aware of it, are they? They don't have some sort of clinical background or alternative therapy background like me. And they just don't have an interest. It's like, why would they? This medication is going to shut down my body. In truth, it's easy to forget about the body. And I've got to be aware, like, even though this problem isn't my fault, even though this problem is the responsibility of the National Health Service, I just know the situation and I'm not going to get help with it, so I don't bother. And it's like, a lot of the symptoms I'm experiencing, I stopped going to the GP with. It was only once I got physical pain, I couldn't shut up from the pain, I started taking myself to A&E. I wasn't getting the help from them, and then I realised that after a bad depression from it, thinking, well, there's no point taking it further. I know I'm in fucking agony and all they're doing is rudimentary blood tests. I hate the way I'm speaking. Can somebody fucking kill me, please? I hate speaking fast. I hate doing most things fast. If I have to, I will, but I don't have to right now. And it's just like this tension that's appeared out of nowhere in my fucking jaw, making me speak like a million miles an hour. I just want to sit down and do some design work on the computer, and I've been trying to build myself up to be able to do that. I was going to make a piss take Photoshop of myself. It's like it's egotistical as hell, but I don't know, the idea was in my head a while ago, and I'm so fucking depressed with life now. I said to myself, why not? Go for it. What's it fucking matter? So I want to do that, and I can't deal with my physical body. It's like all my hips have locked up. And this is where I get pissed off a little bit more, because my psychosis to the outside world sort of plays up on it. So I've got to be very clear to myself, you know, where does ideas about whatever's going on due to psychosis stop, and where does the actual experience begin of whatever problem I've got going on. And I've got, well, I say good, I've just learnt how to deal with that, and I've learned to deal with that. And that's why in this moment I can say what I just said about my hip being a natural problem. And I'm very, very quickly going to the psychotic ideas I have at the same time about things that could be going on with the hips and stuff on a societal level. So I'm clear with myself on that. And yeah, it's like Barcelona's new shorts, odd coloured legs. It's just like I don't quite know what's going on in my hips, but I saw that and it was just like, right, whatever's going on with my hips is going to probably be going on with other people's hips or something. And yet again, they don't feel undressing on what's going on, other than you're experiencing something otherworldly. Makes you want to kill yourself. And we're fucking having a joke painting different coloured shorts on Barcelona's home kit or away kit or whatever. It's just an extra kick in the teeth for me, that's what I'm trying to say. Whereas if I saw nothing of my experience to the outside world, it would just be like, the mind would calm down a bit, the mind would null, I think the word is, where it just sedates itself to the insanity of the situation. Anyway, I've just been complaining on this video, and I'm going to leave it here. Washing up is done, and somebody drop me an email and tell me what the fuck is going on at the moment, because I've gone insane. I can't live like this. I don't know. I feel like I've been injected with a fuck. I don't know. As I said, a new antipsychotic.